everybody! How are we doing tonight? Jennifer's in first. How are you, Jennifer? Hey, Kitty! Great to have you here. Bailey's with us. Creda's with us. Is Joni with Bailey, or is Joni working, Bailey? You making her work? Hey, Adele and Dazzle. It is Saturday night live, people. Jana's with us tonight. How are we all doing on this Saturday night? Linda is on. Great to have you here, Linda. Come on, people, tell me what we're grateful for tonight. What are we grateful this Saturday night? She's working. I love it, Bailey. I love that you have time and she is working. She is a special woman, Bailey. And so are you. Luann. Great to have you here tonight. Great to have everybody that's tuning in tonight live. But what are we grateful for besides the fact that Bailey is grateful Joni's working? Tell me what we're grateful for. We made it through another week. You made it through another week. You did. You did. You got through a whole nother week. This is week 17 or 18, depending on which way you calculate it up. Ooh, barbecue. That sounds really, really good, Jana. And I know you're having some good barbecue. A family vacation away? Oh, I love that idea. How do I sign up for that? How do I sign up for that, Bailey? That sounds wonderful. That does sound nice. Where'd you go, Bailey? Michelle's with us. Michelle, I know, just came back from the beach, so she had a wonderful time off Marco Island. Yeah, isn't it great that we still have customers, Kitty? Although it's weird because, like, Saturdays aren't what they, isn't the day of the week anymore. It's not like you can say Saturday is the day that the register rings like crazy. Sometimes it's Monday or Tuesday that have been really the crazy business days. Sun River, Oregon. Very nice. But, I was saying to Cassandra on the way home tonight, it really, I don't worry about it. The sales are getting there. And the money's getting in the register, so I don't complain about today. Today was a slower day, and yesterday was busy. I don't worry about it. I just look at the total and the bank account going up and in the upward direction. So that is what we work on, and we've got a couple new people starting on Monday, which is exciting, in our processing center, so I'm excited about that. So lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff on this Saturday night. Hey, Michelle, great to have you here. So there's on this Self-Care Sunday Eve. So it's good to hear that you had a week off on Self-Care Sunday Eve. As we head into Self-Care Sunday, Bailey, it is good. Ooh, I got a lot. Yeah, that's okay when you're training new people and everything else. We were rearranging workstations in our process center because we're really staffing up there. That's one of the areas that we're staffing in, and yeah, it's coming together nicely. Actually, so I think next week we have 3 new people company-wide starting. And we have a couple others being interviewed. So I mean, our head count is rapidly increasing, and we've really got a good team going. So I'm really happy with what we have happening. So that's a good thing. Let's get this program started with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start the program every night. Every night we go with the Good Morning, Good Night book. And let's see where we end out with tonight. All right. Tonight, Kitty, we are on page 178. And if anybody else is following along in the Good Morning, Good Night book, good morning. Give me a little more than you think you can today. It'll come back around somehow, I promise. That's what I got for you. That is what I got for you in our Good Morning, Good Night. My whole table here is discombobulated. All right, let's take a look at what's happening in the world. I got a few things for you guys tonight, trying to make it quick here tonight. If you haven't registered for the NARTS virtual conference, okay, this is coming up fast, okay, and you need to get yourself registered. So if you have not registered for NARTS virtual conference, Resale Reunites, starting August 3rd, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Don't put it off another minute. You know you want the swag, and you want to have the swag in time for everybody else. With a couple weeks still left, you'll probably still get. I mean, we've passed the guaranteed swag deadline of the 15th, but get yourself registered. Get on board here. We want to have you involved. There was some good stuff in the news today. LL Bean inks its first wholesaler partnerships in the United States. Freeport, Maine, LL Bean is expanding from its original model of direct-to-customer catalog sales and in-store sales with an agreement to sell products in Nordstrom, Staples, and sporting goods chain Scheels. The company's first wholesale agreements in the U.S. represent a push to get LL Bean products in front of more consumers. The Maine-based retailer in the marketplace, and that there's an opportunity to expand while other retailers contract. The first phase started with LL Bean backpacks and water bottles that went on sale in more than 1,000 Staples stores. The business products retailer is a leader for back-to-school shopping. I don't know that you need your backpack to carry it anywhere, though, this year. In the fall, LL Bean gear will be sold in a half a dozen Scheels stores in the Midwest and 20 Nordstrom stores across the U.S. Nordstrom will offer classics like the famous Bean boot, fleece, and flannel, both in stores and online. It's a smart strategy for retailers like Bean to reach more consumers without the risks that go along with opening new stores and signing long leases. The trend is expected to continue. When you select partners, it gives you the ability to bring the product to the people without being a sellout. The move is not unprecedented for the 108-year-old retailer. LL Bean inked an agreement in 2018 to sell products in Sporting Life, Bays, and Mountain Equipment co-op stores in Canada. The company also reached an agreement 3 years ago to expand sales in Japan beyond company-branded stores. LL Bean has dealt with flat sales in a difficult era of belt tightening that included a previous reduction in workforce, a tightening of its generous return policy, and a paring of product lines. Sales dipped 3% last year to $1.5 billion for the privately owned company. During the pandemic, LL Bean closed its stores temporarily, but its online and catalog sales thrived with strong sales of comfort items like slippers in March, outdoor furniture and hammocks in April, and bikes, kayaks, and canoes in May. The company believes that it can win over customers for life if it can just get them to try the products. The key was finding a handful of retailers who share the company's customer service philosophy. Nordstrom, which is family-led, and Scheels, which is employee-owned, are known for their customer service. Despite online sales growth, most retail sales in the U.S. are still made in bricks-and-mortar stores. LL Bean remains committed to its own stores as well and will press forward with opening stores in select markets, because there's no substitute for their staff and their stores. I love this next. This is just awesome. Country Time Lemonade offers stimulus checks to closed lemonade stand owners. Okay? Who can't love that? Kraft Heinz Lemonade Company brand Country Time launched a new campaign called the Littlest Bailout Relief Fund that will send stimulus checks to kids that had to close their lemonade stands due to the pandemic, according to a press release. Consumers can enter their kids to receive a $100 bailout fund on a microsite. Payments will be chosen at random and will be mailed to kids in the form of a commemorative check in the mail and a prepaid gift card by email. The brand created a video to promote the program starring a little girl who is trying to sell lemonade as tumbleweeds roll by. The video points to large corporations who have taken advantage of government stimulus bailout checks. Now the smallest of small businesses are about to get some help, they say. With social distancing rules in place due to COVID, many of the lemonade stands that kids around the country traditionally set up during the summer months are likely canceled. To support these, where operating lemonade stands is illegal, the ads were part of the brand's Legal Aid Cause marketing campaign that is focused on helping consumers change permit laws regarding lemonade stands that it has run for several years. The campaign comes as the latest of Kraft Heinz ramping up its marketing efforts at a time when some brands are holding back because of the pandemic and related economic downturn. Last week, Kraft Heinz launched its first podcast, Table Stakes. Marketers like Kraft Heinz have fared well during the crisis as consumers stock up on supplies and seek out comfort food, an opportunity the brand is leveraging with marketing designed to appeal to existing and potentially new customers. And kids' entrepreneurial spirit in the time of the pandemic. Country Time. I just love that. I just love that they're doing something. Yes, it's marketing. Yes, it's all about. It ultimately comes back to them, but it really is a great way to do that. So I'm all for it. I think it's awesome. Absolutely awesome. For our marketing folks out there, this is kind of interesting. Well, we're all marketers, aren't we? Byte, the second coming of Vine, is seeing a surge in downloads amid the debate about TikTok, not Tic-Tac. Tic-Tac is something I actually understand. TikTok's future. With India moving to ban TikTok and other nations reportedly also considering outright bans of the app due to its potential exposure to the Chinese government last week, Byte, which is the second coming of Vine, saw a massive surge in downloads in the U.S., even reaching the top spot on the App Store charts on Thursday last week, according to Sensor Tower. Indeed, after President Trump last week hinted at a possible TikTok ban, many TikTok stars are now scrambling for alternatives, with Byte being a key beneficiary of the speculation around the app. But it's worth noting that a potential ban of TikTok is largely speculative at this stage. Last week, Secretary of State Pompeo told Fox News that U.S. authorities were considering a ban on TikTok due to concerns that users of the app were putting private information in the hands of the Chinese Communist Party. President Trump, however, said that he's considering a ban as a form of retaliation for COVID-19. In an interview on Tuesday, Trump confirmed that they were considering banning the app. Yeah, so Byte is an alternative to TikTok. Okay, so for those of you that were practicing your TikTok moves, okay, which that's about all you're getting out of me for TikTok, okay, Byte is the alternative. So keep an eye on Byte, B-Y-T-E. Another thing that came out in the news, and it's been talked about before, and I'll post this chart. I will post this chart. Is the whole debate over whether your PPP is going to be taxable income. Okay, and so I just want to deal with it on two different levels. First, on a federal level, it is not income. Okay, the IRS has already said that it is not income. The issue is that some states automatically follow any changes to the federal tax code, and other states do not, and actually require a law to be passed on the books to adopt a federal tax code as part of the state. So, and this week, with the states jockeying for money, okay, so as we've talked about the bills in Congress, the states need money. Their revenue is drying up, their expenses are through the roof, the states need money. And part of jockeying for money with the federal government, the states have said, well, many states have said, not all the states that don't automatically follow it have said, yes, the PPP is taxable income to businesses that received it. There are, what is there? There's only 21 states that have what's called conformity, which is where their state automatically conforms to any changes to the federal IRS rules. And so that leaves a lot of other states, okay, that do not have any conformity, okay, and need a bill to have that. So states right now, and I'll post the chart, I have it here in black and white, because that's when I copied it, but I will post it in color. That's much easier to follow, so you can see if your state is one that is that does not have automatic tax conformity. And it's just a good thing to keep in mind. I think this will work itself out, because nobody wants to be the bad guy for business right now, and I think the states will conform with the federal ruling on the PPP, so that it won't become a taxable event, is my personal belief. But I also believe that the federal government will come in with money for the states to help make that happen. But I think you're going to hear about it a lot in the news in the next 10 days as they work through the next series of bills. But there's a lot of states that do not have it. Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Texas, Arizona, California, Oregon, Idaho. Oh, excuse me, Texas isn't one of them. Minnesota and Wisconsin. See what I get for looking at it in black and white? You know, so that's going to be something to keep an eye on as this sorts its way through, because they're using that as a negotiating piece to get money for the states. So it's politics, people. It's games and it's politics. I'm not saying I agree with it. I just say that's the games that they're playing. It would be nice if we didn't play games, but that is what they play. That is what's happening. So it is my duty to keep you guys informed on that. Hey, Sylvia, great to have you here. Hey, Marianne, good to have you here as well. Tomorrow, everybody, tomorrow is Self-Care Sunday, the day that we said 17, 18 weeks ago, depending on how you're counting, that was a day to take for you, a day for you to take and chill, a day for you to consider yourself, a day not to worry about everything else in the world, okay? Worry about you, okay? And I think I'm not going to sit at my desk all day tomorrow is my goal tomorrow. I sat at my desk all last Sunday, and that was it's made for a longer week. But my goal is not to sit at my desk all day tomorrow. It's going to be 100 degrees tomorrow, so I don't think I'm going to be sitting outside. But my goal is not all day at my desk. Probably a little bit in the morning. But we have some fabulous, okay? Last week we had the trifecta of Self-Care Sunday recipes, because we like to bake and cook on Self-Care Sunday. This week we have the daily double. I know I've got a lot of horse racing metaphors. It is horse racing season. We're just about to begin the Saratoga track season, although nobody can be there to watch the horses. But I digress. But this is the daily double. So the two recipes, Illinois. Yes, first day off in 2 weeks for you, Kitty, and I'm thinking it's going to be about the same. It's been hectic. I don't know that I'm going to... I know I'll respond to some stuff in the morning, in the early morning, and but I don't have a pool in my backyard, Jennifer. I don't have that. Hey, Patty. So we got two things. I got Illinois is controlling this week's Self-Care Sunday recipes, and both these recipes I got were like, I always bring this with me to a party. We're having a party, we got to have this recipe. This is the recipe we always make. So I think Self-Care Sunday this week is a party, and you got to have these. So the first one, okay, and you got to look at these. I'll show these on the screen, but when you print them out, because they'll be on Nart's private Facebook group within the hour. Okay, the first one is from Marianne Evans of your Best Friends Consignment in Algonquin, Illinois. Okay, and I love so many things about this. Okay, first, it's got a big star up there that says best. Okay, best taco dip ever. What's more is, and I love this idea, they had made a consignor cookbook. They had asked their consigners for their best recipes, and they submitted it. So this is Emily Hamilton, consignor number 1470's best taco dip ever. Okay? So that just sounds awesome. Okay? Absolutely awesome. And it looks like it's quick and easy. So best taco dip ever from the consignor cookbook of Best Friends Consignment in Algonquin, Illinois. Thank you to Marianne and Zach. But I just love that. A consignor cookbook. Isn't that a great idea? Isn't that a great way to connect with your consigners and customers? I mean, that is just awesome. Love it. And it's a gift that keeps on giving. I mean, these people, you can keep on talking about this. This is awesome. Our next recipe, okay, to complement the best taco dip ever, comes from Julie Jankowitz, okay, of Repeat Street in Gurnee, Illinois. I figured you did. So Marianne tells us that she donated the money from the cookbook sales to charity from selling the cookbooks. Okay, so this is from Aunt Saudi. Okay, and look at it. It's got stains on the recipe. It's got, it is marked up, and that's always the sign of a good recipe. Okay, and this is her go-to recipe when she has to bring something to a party. It is Hershey bar cookies. Hershey bar cookies. Okay, and it looks simple. It looks easy. I know Jennifer has all the ingredients in the flour pantry. Hershey bar cookies. Okay, so we've got best taco dip ever and Hershey bar cookies. And that is our Self-Care Sunday recipes this week. And so I know some of this is going to get made tomorrow. I know you guys are going to make these recipes because they're just... they got me hungry. They got me hungry now. So that is Self-Care Sunday. That is tomorrow. And you'll find these recipes in the Nart's private Facebook group in the next half hour. And you can also find them at narts.org/resalestrong. narts.org/resalestrong. So you can easily share it with everybody. Everybody. It's a public page. Share it with everybody where these videos are too. And all the resources that we talk about here are at narts.org/resalestrong by noon the next day, so that everybody can have access and we can help everybody to the other side and help everybody have some self-care, because self-care is so important these days. Do not neglect thyself. I will be back here tomorrow night on Self-Care Sunday at more 8 than ish Eastern. More 8 than ish Eastern. If you have a question in between now and then, just email me, Neil, Neil, at ecistores.com, NEIL at ECIstores.com. And make sure you include your phone number in your email. Happy to answer your questions. You will see me here again tomorrow. Every night we start the program with our Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start the program every night. If you were not here at the top of the program, our good morning today was good morning. Give a little more than you think you can today. It'll come back around somehow. I promise. That's what I got for you. Our good night tonight is good night. New ideas are waiting for you on the other side of sleep. Don't be afraid of going to meet them. Yeah. That is our graphics there. That is our good morning, good night book. That is how we do it, folks. My name is Neil Abramson. I am back here tomorrow night at more 8 than ish every night in the Narch private Facebook group. The next day by noon at narch.org/resalestrong. Until tomorrow, everybody, which is Self-Care Sunday. Don't forget it. Self-care. Best taco dip ever. Hershey bar cookies. Gotta have it. I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. I want to party with you, and we will before too long. Do not worry. Until then, everybody, know that you and you, but most importantly you, yes you, that needs some self-care tomorrow, are not alone running this store. It's time for dessert, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.